already know I'm gonna ruffle some feathers with this one, but I don't care. I don't care. Y'all can't pull no wool over my eyes and say Ghana is safe. I know too many incidents that has happened in Ghana. I know so many people who passed away from America that ain't nobody talking about. Y'all remember that girl Tiger Booty who passed away and she ended up in the hotel unalive, and everybody said, oh, it's because she had COVID? Well, I know her sister. Her sister told me it was blunt force trauma. So somebody beat her until she unalive. So y'all don't come over here talking about, oh, Ghana is safe. Ghana might be the safest African country, but safe shouldn't even be in the repertoire. So we're going to get into it. Let's get into it.
So the new update on the current situation happening in Ghana between the African American and Ghanaian government, because this issue has become hot. I don't think this lady ever thought that this is going to escalate to something else. So the latest now is the fact that African Americans are now coming out sharing their experience with Ghana police. According to them, that the lady might be right. That she might be right. I'm just making it sound good to you guys, but they'll be like, the lady is right, because this is what happened to us while we are in Ghana. I hope you're ready for this video, guys. Let's jump right into it, and please, at the end of it, I would love us to have a conversation in the comment section. Okay, let's get right into it, and definitely I will be back.
I already know I'm gonna ruffle some feathers with this one, but I don't care. I don't care. Y'all can't pull no wool over my eyes and say Ghana is safe. I know too many incidents that has happened in Ghana. I know so many people who passed away from America that ain't nobody talking about. Y'all remember that girl Tiger Booty who passed away and she ended up in the hotel unalive, and everybody said, oh, it's because she had COVID? Well, I know her sister. Her sister told me it was blunt force trauma. So somebody beat her until she unalive. So y'all don't come over here talking about, oh, Ghana is safe. Ghana might be the safest African country, but safe shouldn't even be in the repertoire. So we're going to get into it. Let's get into it. Let me just break this all the way down for you guys. Let me say first, because I already know how it's about to go down. This video is not to tear down Ghana, because that's all y'all ever say. This video is not to attack Ghanaians. I'm a Ghanaian too. And this video damn sure is not to be making up stories for clout. This is about truth and how people get bullied into silence when the truth makes others uncomfortable. Clock it. I want to talk about the girl who recently said she was robbed and kidnapped by Ghana police. Y'all ran her off the internet. You called her a liar. You harassed her. You threatened her. You tagged police, military, politicians like intimidation is somehow proof that nothing went wrong. Come on now. And she ended up taking the video down and deleting the comments. Now she done turned her comments off. That doesn't mean she lied. That means she got scared. People keep saying, oh, she admitted she came here for content, so she was lying. Let me break something to y'all real quick. And I want y'all Ghanaians to listen carefully, because y'all don't listen. Okay? Listen carefully. Coming to do content does not mean something bad can't happen to you. Let's clock that T. That narrative is lazy and it's dangerous. Because anytime someone says something happened in Ghana that doesn't paint a perfect picture, y'all automatically jump to, she's lying, she's clout chasing, she's trying to make Ghana look bad, she's trying to paint Ghana black. No, she's saying what happened to her. And I personally believe her. Why? Because I lived it. Let me tell you guys, just sit down, let me talk to you real quick. My very first day stepping foot in Ghana, my first day, the police held me hostage for 2 full hours. They told me I tested positive for COVID. They told me my husband tested positive for COVID. They said I wasn't going anywhere. I watched police on a roof with guns on top of the airport. I saw military presence. They had the Navy, the Army, all the military all around me. I saw armed men everywhere. Police everywhere. And the whole time, it wasn't even about COVID. It was about money. They had extorted me for $900 already coming out the airport, and they wanted more. Before I left out, the lady told me that I was positive. She said, what are you going to do about it? And put her hand out. I said, okay. So I know what you want. I know what this is all about. I'm not going to do shit about it. And I walked the fuck out of there. She started yelling, and the next thing I know, a whole group of men start jumping me. Me. They start jumping me. That was my welcome to Ghana. Now, who want to tell me that I'm lying? So don't tell me that it doesn't happen. I've been harassed by police on multiple occasions. I done had pat downs. I done had searches. I done had them search my purse all up and through there. Them take me through there, trying to intimidate me. And yes, now I know how to handle them. Sometimes I joke with them. Sometimes I flirt my way out. And sometimes I'll talk my shit. But that doesn't erase what it is. Harassment is harassment. Extortion is extortion. Bribery is bribery. They will do that to you. And see, this is the problem. When someone speaks about it publicly, people lose their minds. They start cussing you out. They start threatening you. They start calling you a liar. They start tagging law enforcement like that's just going to somehow make the story disappear. That's silencing. And that's exactly why that girl took that story down. And that's exactly why ain't nothing going to change in y'all country. And that's exactly why shit's fucked up. When you be quiet, you're part of the problem. Nothing is ever going to be fixed because y'all don't say nothing. Oh, don't mind her. Leave it alone. Don't say nothing. Here's the real part that nobody wants to admit. Ghanaians are taught from childhood to defend Ghana at all costs, even when it's hurting them. These are the same people who work 6 months without getting paid. They are taught that. I've had private conversations offline with Ghanaians who told me the truth. How hard it is. There's no jobs. Politicians don't care. People are suffering. But the moment those same people see me on a public platform, don't talk about Ghana. Ghana is a good country. Wait. Didn't you just tell me you was fucked up and they didn't give a fuck about you? Didn't you tell me you didn't eat for 3 days? Didn't you just say the system failed you too? So which one is it? So let's really take it there. People aren't defending the truth. They're defending an image. The image matters more than accountability. That's what's wrong with Ghanaians. And that's how corruption survives. I believe that girl because her story was too detailed. It made too much sense. I've seen it with my own eyes. And instead of y'all protecting her, instead of y'all helping her, instead of y'all getting on them fucking officers, y'all bullied her into silence. And that right there should bother you. Oh, it's propaganda. She was sent here. She was sent to tarnish Ghana's image. Don't nobody give a fuck about no Ghana's image. Because if it can happen to her, it can happen to anyone. You don't have to hate Ghana to tell the truth about Ghana. You don't have to lie to love a place. And trauma doesn't stop being real just because it makes people uncomfortable. So stand on that shit, honey. Stand on your square. Stand on your truth. And don't let nobody silence you. Fuck them. Because I'll be the one to say it in a minute. Fuck them. Don't let nobody tell you, oh, it didn't happen to you. You should be quiet. No, that shit happened to you and it was wrong and it was fucked up on all parts. And I don't give a fuck what y'all say. Y'all can say, oh, cancel her passport. Cancel her visa. Do it. I don't care. If I don't ever go back, it doesn't matter. For real. Because y'all some fucked up people to be doing that to people. Let that girl breathe. Let that girl live. She deserve her fucking flowers. She deserve flowers instead of y'all sitting here tarnishing her. Instead of y'all sitting here talking about her. I'm going to see y'all guys on the next video because I'm done.
Is Ghana safe? There have been quite a few videos circulating on the internet now talking about the safety in Ghana. There is a lady who said that her money was stolen in the Airbnb that she was staying in, and there is another video about a lady complaining that she was robbed by the police, and I think there's a few videos. So I went to the search bar, and of course I saw that there's quite some videos on talking about the safety in Ghana, and I want to just share a few things because I've also been reading the comments, and hey, some of the comments, I want to address some of them in this video. So let me clarify also, by the way, that whether these stories are true or false, I don't know. I was not there. People are sharing their story here online. You can believe them or you cannot believe them. But for me, as a content creator myself and sharing my experiences here in Ghana, living in Ghana as a foreigner, I want to address one thing, and I want you to listen. And I'm on purpose saying this in the beginning of the video because I know not everybody watches the video fully. Please know, if you are a Ghanaian, know that your experience in your own country, being a Ghanaian in your own country, experiencing how the police handles you is very different from how police will handle foreigners, tourists, or foreigners living in Ghana. Okay, so you saying that these things don't happen, that this cannot be true, that this is propaganda, that this is like making Ghana seem bad, and that this is paid influences, all that. I'm sorry, but that is called gaslighting, and that is dismissive of people's experiences. I don't know whether it's true or not what they have experienced, but for you to come online and comment and saying that they're lying or that they're saying this does not happen in Ghana, between you and me, we all know how things go here also with the police, huh? I'm so sorry, but small. Know that if you have never experienced this, that doesn't mean that it doesn't happen. Okay, if you're a local, it's different for you. Then I also want to say everybody is free to talk about their experiences, and I have said this before and I'm gonna say this again. If somebody comes online sharing an experience, they have the right to be sharing an experience that they have themselves been that happened to. Okay, so I know why Ghanaians are upset. I understand, because a lot of Ghanaians are very proud. I mean, everywhere in the world, if somebody talks bad about your country, of course it will be defensive. You don't, of course, if people talk bad about my country, I'll be also like but honestly, the way you can respond to it, that is where you can make a difference, rather than saying no, they were Nigerians, they weren't the Ghanaians, no, they weren't the police, no, they were. All of these things are dismissive comments, right? And I mean, it's fine if you don't believe the stories, that's also completely fine, but it can also be hurtful. I read somewhere that they said that one of the ladies has taken the video down, and I've not checked it for myself, but even if that's the case, somebody said, oh, because they're investigating her, and maybe she was just making this up a story to go viral or whatever. I'm sorry, but coming from a foreigner living in Ghana and being a content creator, I know how much hate can come your way and how that can affect you mentally. Even if it wasn't the police or somebody asking her to take the video down, it could be very much possible that it's her herself taking the video down because it just became too much, because people are downloading her video, making content about it, sending so much hateful messages to the person. So just a thought, maybe the hate that she was getting became too much for her, and that's why she took the video down. We don't know what the reason is why she took the video down. Police is doing further investigations, I heard. So I'm just sharing my opinion and my thoughts on this whole issue. Okay, I think I'm gonna go to a part 2 because I have a lot more to share, but I'm already talking so much.
So for those of you that don't know about this story, let me tell you what really happened. So this very lady is an African American. She came from USA. Her trip was covered. Yes, it was fully covered. Everything. She said it herself. If she didn't come out to say it, we wouldn't know. So according to her, a company brought her to Ghana just to create content for them. You understand? She even encouraged us, the content creators, that we should be more creative and we should never give up. We never can tell. Someone can, one day come pick you up and boom, you will blow. So I even love that video. I love her for that video, until she complained about being kidnapped in Ghana by the Ghanaian police. She was treated bad. Yeah, so she said. So the video flew. Yeah, the video flew and people started talking about it here and there. Then it got to Ghana Tourism Authority, and they brought out a letter, and this is how the letter looks like. So from there, Ghana police decided to, start their own investigation, because what she said will really tarnish the name of Ghana, not just Ghana police, but Ghana out there. The way Ghana is, they try to keep their reputation 100%. You understand what I mean? So that's exactly what happened. And Ghana police tried to contact this girl. She blocked them on WhatsApp and other means. They try to contact her because they really want to hear from her mouth. They want to hear from her so they can start their investigation, but this girl is not giving them listening ears. That looks suspicious. And you know what? That's when content creators came in and they started talking about it, and people started digging out all her social media handle. The ones they get, she would delete them. And I remember other people got her Instagram page, and but first of all, she even had to delete the same video. She doesn't know that we already have it. I have the video, and I'm never going to delete the video. Maybe one day they will need the video just to back their point out. So now what is happening currently is the fact that African Americans who visited Ghana are now sharing their experience with the Ghana police. And guys, I don't know, but they're sharing their experience with proof, even with the faces of the police in it. So I don't know how this investigation is going to be. Do you think the world will believe that Ghana police kidnapped the girl and took all the money on her? Well, just like I said in my previous video, even if this same thing happened to this girl, you should be aware that Ghana government is not in support of it. It's not in support of it. They are not in support of it. It's not acceptable. And if these police are found guilty, they are going to deal with them accordingly. I will also tell you guys that Ghana is safe, so you guys can come and visit. 30 December is happening live here in Ghana. All right, so this Ghanaian lady.
Now, guys, you see this lady up there? I think those who paid her to come and give false information about Ghana didn't tell her well. They didn't explain things to her. She wasn't aware that she was dealing with Ghana. This is Ghana. In Ghana, our laws are working. Excuse me, pardon my language. This is not Nigeria, okay? This is Ghana. Those who hired you, those who paid you to come and misinform people of Ghana or outside Ghana that are trying to come and enjoy this 30 December, they are putting you into trouble, my dear. So whatever you claim you were saying was true, why then did you go ahead and deleted everything? Now the police, our Ghana police, is looking for you. To come and answer questions. You are nowhere to be found. It's like you are disappearing. But sweetheart, see, your videos are everywhere, your face is everywhere. So whoever paid you has really putting you into a shit hole. You understand? This is not Ghana. Ghana here, we don't joke. Things might happen, but you see our laws here, it doesn't joke. No matter who you are, the law doesn't joke. Okay? No matter who you are, when the law catches you, it will deal with you accordingly. Now, if you claim the story you are giving out there was true, please come out and come and speak. This is Ghana for you. You think we are joking over here? This is not Nigeria. And then I made some videos some time ago, a few weeks ago, and I was warning people to be careful about some people entering into Ghana to disguise themselves as Ghanaians to do whatever they are here to do. You understand? So I even gave you some passwords, some codes for you to be using. Whenever you meet somebody or somebody tries to have a conversation or somebody tries to get closer to you, I gave you codes for you to use. You understand? But this clearly looks like you were paid. But you see, Ghana is a motherland. You are playing with fire. No, what am I even saying? You played with fire. Now, see, wherever you are, you will be digged down. You will be digged down and dragged down to Ghana. So you come and answer questions. Who do you say, what about them? Sala the phone soon as Sumawa. Koneko Katro say. Oh, I'm what you want to say because see, you see where you have gotten to. There is nowhere to hide. There is nowhere for you to hide. So those who paid you, whoever paid you, come and misinform the public, giving false news about Ghana, my dear sister, I'm for the sisterhood, but this time around, I'm for my country, Ghana, my beloved motherland. Sweetheart, you are in trouble. I'm sorry.
So guys, I don't even know what to say about this very video because the lady, the first lady came out with proof. But come to think of it, could this be AI? I don't know. I'm just saying, could this be AI or is it real? Do you think more people will come out with more videos? Hey, Ghana police, you guys should calm down, especially those ones that are planning to do worse things this December. You guys should calm down because the streets are not smiling. I mean, people coming into Ghana are not smiling. They've turned Ghana to be a content creation country, like where people come and they create content, then the video go viral because everybody now, Ghana is like a center of attraction. Everybody want to make content in Ghana because you know what I mean. Anything Ghana flies. So that's exactly how it is. But I don't know. I think we should leave the investigation to the Ghana police and all the officers involved in all of this. Let them investigate, and we believe that they are going to come out with something positive. Okay, and I want you guys to know, you African Americans, I want you guys to know that Ghana police are not trying to make her feel like, looks like she was lying or she was sent by someone to come and lie just to sabotage the name of Ghana. You understand? If not, they were chatting you. They were chatting. They wanted to know everything. So you tell them everything so they can start their investigation. You block them. If you are the one, how would you feel? A whole country try to contact you and you block them. See, they are not doing it for you. They are not doing it for you. They are doing it for their country because they want to track down and know if these policemen are guilty, they should be punished accordingly because they don't support things like that, you know. So it's not because of you. They just want you to talk to them, tell them how it happened. Nobody's saying you're lying, but the way you behave made us feel like you are lying. Why would you block them on WhatsApp? They're trying to help not just you but other people that will come into the country. You should know that in Ghana, law works. Okay, it works. So whenever stuff like this happen, don't be scared. Share your experience. They want to investigate so that this will not repeat itself again. I hope you understand. He who have ears, let him hear, because the wise has spoken. Guys, this brings me to the end of my video. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Do also like, subscribe to the channel, share this video to as many eyes out there. I believe they'll watch and learn from it. I love you guys always. Bye bye.